Oh my god. What's happening?
정의
Georgie.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm John.
I'm Georgie.
And this is our cat Junie.
And this is our dog, Yojung. Hello.
So,
We're going to talk about how we trained Yojung, who is a Jindo, how to get along with Junie, our cat. The training actually was super easy, but there is a disclaimer before we get started. So when you first adopt a rescue dog, some shelters will let you know if they are okay or not okay with cats, but that's not always accurate because their situation is completely different from when they're in the shelter compared to when they come to your home. It's impossible to predict exactly how they're going to react to a cat. When we adopted Yojung, they did a test with a cat. Based on that test, they said she should be fine with cats, but it's never 100%. So keep that in mind if you're ever adopting a rescue. We were worried about how Yojung would react to our cat. Junie isn't afraid of dogs at all. She just walks right up to them. So that could be a really dangerous situation for the cat if the dog decides that the cat looks like a toy or like a meal.
yeah, so we are worried that basically it's about life and death, right?
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen. And we are worried because Jindo is basically like hunting dog long time ago.
So we thought, well, what if she has this hunting instinct? Is it going to be impossible to train her to live peacefully with the cat? So we introduced them super slowly by basically getting like items that both of them kind of slept on or that they spent a lot of time around and exchange them so that they would get used to each other's smells.
At first, we just let them meet like just twice a day, something for like 10 minutes.
When we first tried introducing them face to face, she would stare at the cat really intensely, and she would follow the cat, kind of chase her. And she also did a behavior called mouthing, which is when they look like they're biting, but they're not like closing their mouth. They're just kind of putting their mouth on the object or the animal. There was one incident where we were trying to get them face to face. My sister was holding the cat and I was holding Yojung's leash, and Yojung actually bit the cat's skin. She bit down, but it wasn't very hard, and we know it wasn't hard because the cat didn't try to run away. She didn't make any noise or anything. But it really scared us because we thought, oh my god, the dog like is biting the cat. That's not okay.
We were so worried, so we asked the professional dog trainer. She is in the like rescue group, so she knows about Jindo because she has seen so many Jindo dogs. Right?
We explained everything that was happening and kind of what Yojung's behavior was like. We also sent her some videos, and she reassured us saying that it really sounds like and looks like Yojung just wants to basically be friends with the cat. When Yojung chased the cat, as soon as she got to the cat, she would stop and she would just smell her a lot. She wasn't, running aggressively. So the trainer wasn't really worried about that.
And mouthing is basically just how dogs interact with each other, right?
Basically, that's how dogs bond with each other. So the mouthing thing was the thing that we were most concerned about, but it actually meant that she just wants to become closer with the cat.
And the dog trainer said even like the Jindo was like hunting the long time ago, so maybe she doesn't have the like hunting instinct, but if she chased the cat, the hunting instinct might come out.
Basically, we need to train the dog not to chase.
Yeah.
Because if she doesn't chase, then it won't become a hunt. Our training was all about just preventing her from chasing the cat and basically teaching her how to ignore the cat. So let's go over exactly how we trained her to live peacefully with the cat. So you want to start by finding a really high value treat for your dog. So their absolute favorite treat. And then you want to break it into really tiny pieces.
Because you are going to give so many treats to your dog.
Like so many.
So many treats, yeah.
Have that in a few cups that are easy to grab and easy to access in your home where the dog and the cat will be in the same room together. When they do meet, make sure that the cat has an escape route or someplace up high that they can jump up on, just so they can escape from the dog, just in case things go south.
At the beginning, we had leash on the dog.
Keep a leash on the dog the whole time at the beginning. Basically, what you want to do is every time the dog looks at the cat, you want the dog to look at you after. When the dog looks at the cat, you'll make a noise like
Or
something
but
like
don't
that.
call your dog's name.
The trainer said don't use the dog's name because lots of people use the dog's name too often, and if you say their name over and over and over again so many times, she said the dog will eventually just ignore their name. A dog's name is really special to the dog, so you should only say it when you're calling them to come to you or calling them to give them affection.
Okay, whenever your dog looks at you, just give some treat. But that's just all you want. 1 and 2.
So the dog thinks, oh, I'm getting so much rewards for doing this. I should do this a lot.
That's why make it really small because you're giving your dog so many
So
treats.
many. So for example, the way it would go.
The cat is here and then I'm Yojung.
Yeah. Good girl. Good doggy. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. And you have to do this over and over and over again. 10 to 20 minutes, 2 or 3 times every single day. Try to keep in mind that if the dog and the cat end up in the same room together and you're not really planning to train, if the dog does the behavior, looks at the cat and then looks at you, give her a treat or at least give them some praise because the dog is doing what you want them to do. So they should get a reward. She actually got it the first time that we tried the training. She understood what we wanted her to do right away. For a little while, she was using this as a way to get lots of treats. She was pretty smart. She knew that every time she looked at the cat and then looked at us, she would get a reward. There's a lot of, give me a treat, give me a treat. But we still gave her the treats because we wanted her to know, that's what we want you to do.
So how long did it take to train her?
It was about a week and a half of doing this every single day.
In the future, what if we don't give any treats? The dog is going to be fine.
Will she just forget her
And then
training?
the dog trainer said eventually it'll be her habit.
Just from doing it repeatedly, she'll realize that it's just better to ignore the cat. And that's exactly what happened.
They're okay.
They're totally fine now.
Even though you don't like 100% trust them.
We won't leave them in the same room together when we leave the house, for example. If they are together, we do keep an eye on them just to make sure. But we haven't had any problems since we've done the training. Not at all.
She doesn't chase the cat. We talk about how we train Yojung with our Cat Junie. So hopefully it will help you guys.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was helpful. Tune in for more Yojung videos in the future.
Bye.
Bye.
가야 돼. 구독 가야 돼. 가야 돼.